When a connection is meant for you, there is no need to force it. You perceive it in the deepest part of your being, as if an ancient part of you that had always been there but was forgotten awakens upon encountering what it had longed for. It is a serene certainty that transcends logical understanding, a recognition that requires no explanation because the soul already knows. Carl Jung, one of the great explorers of the human psyche, asserted that the truly meaningful encounters in our lives are not coincidences. He spoke of synchronicity, a principle where time, space, and purpose intertwine, precisely to reveal what we need to experience in our process of individuation, the journey toward who we truly are. Perhaps this has happened to you. You lock eyes with someone and something ignites, a sensation difficult to explain but impossible to ignore. It is as if two stories traveling parallel in time finally recognize one another. Though it may seem like a simple moment, something within you shifts. Synchronicity, as Jung defined it, is that moment when the universe responds to the inner vibration you emit. It is not cold chance or meaningless coincidence. It is a call, an opportunity for expansion, for it is not just about finding another person, but finding yourself in that encounter. However, these deep bonds are not always easy to recognize immediately. Sometimes they arrive disguised as challenges, doubts, or even confusion. To truly connect with what is destined for us, we must first pass through our own veils, those we've erected out of fear or habit. Jung explained when discussing the shadow, the parts of our psyche we deny, but that demand to be seen so we may integrate and heal. Meeting someone who confronts us in this way is not a sign of error, but of possibility. The person who bursts into your life and shakes your soul may be the one who compels you to honestly examine the parts of yourself you've ignored until now. A relationship meant for you does not demand you become someone else or hide your scars. Rather, it offers a safe space where you can be fully yourself, unadorned and unmasked. Jung described the individuation process as the path where we leave behind what is imposed to embrace our authenticity. The people who enter your life for this purpose do not seek to change you, but to accompany you as you discover yourself. In this mutual acceptance, you find a peace beyond rational comprehension. You need not strive to belong. You simply fit, because that place was always reserved for you. Yet even when a connection is genuine, it does not mean it will be easy. There may be moments of difficulty, disagreement, or apparent distance. These trials should not be seen as signs that something is wrong. They are part of the profound journey both must undertake to grow and transform. Jung reminds us that the greatest lessons arise from encounters with conflict and the unknown within ourselves. It is there that the relationship becomes an honest mirror, inviting us to heal what remains unresolved. Perhaps you've been drawn to someone, and after the initial excitement, questions without answers arise. You wonder if they are the right person or if something is amiss. Yet, as Jung teaches us, an authentic bond is not measured by the absence of challenges, but by the depth with which it invites us to know ourselves. Sometimes it is necessary to retrace your steps, confront your own limits, and discover that the true destiny was not to find the other, but to find yourself through the other. When someone is meant for you, you feel it, not because the shared moments are perfect, but because the relationship awakens the best and most sincere parts of you. It does not demand you change, but reminds you of who you are. In that remembrance, you find freedom. Life, as Jung said, is not about conforming to others' expectations, but discovering our own truth and living from it. Those who enter our lives to show us this path do so with a purpose greater than mere encounter. They are part of the invisible fabric destiny has woven to propel us toward wholeness. Though the path may be uncertain, when the encounter is real, you know it. True relationships are not forged in the absence of challenges. On the contrary, it is moments of difficulty that reveal what you truly need, what strengthens you, and what ultimately liberates you. Love, in its deepest expression, is not the pursuit of illusory perfection, but the experience of authenticity. It is in the naked honesty of who we are that bonds transcending time and space are built. When someone is destined to be part of your life, it is not merely about sharing fleeting moments of happiness. It is about moving forward together in the process of growth, healing wounds that seemed impossible to close, and courageously facing the shadows both have carried in silence. This shared journey of transformation is what gives a relationship its true meaning. It is not a union that remains on the surface, but a connection that invites you to descend into your deepest self, where self-knowledge becomes the bridge to a more integrated, conscious version of being. That someone does not arrive to turn you into another person or make you renounce who you are. On the contrary, their presence awakens in you the courage to finally be yourself. In such a relationship, there is no demand for masks or adaptation to others' expectations. Instead, in this mutual acceptance, you find the freedom to show yourself as you are, without fear of judgment or loss. It is precisely in this shared authenticity that life offers its greatest gift, the possibility of a connection capable of transforming everything you knew until that moment. Carl Jung taught that true love is not something we chase externally, but something we first discover within. When we align with our most authentic essence, the universe attracts those who play significant roles in our evolutionary journey. These people do not appear by chance, but as responses to a deep resonance, a call we often didn't realize we had sent. The signs of their arrival are there, waiting to be recognized. When we pay attention, when we are willing to listen and feel, we understand these encounters are not random, but part of a greater purpose, to accompany us in healing, growing, and becoming who we are truly meant to be. When someone is destined for you, you feel it deeply, like a clarity that dissolves doubt and fear. Everything lived before gains meaning. Losses, mistakes, even pain reveal themselves as necessary steps to prepare you for that moment. The connection established is not ordinary. It feels like an ancient memory, as if you and that person recognize each other from a place transcending this life. This certainty is not a mere romantic ideal, but the echo of a truth the unconscious had long guarded. Jung spoke of the need to heed the signals emerging from the depths of our psyche. When a destined person appears, these signals intensify. A gesture, a word, a gaze becomes a gateway to understandings once inaccessible. Suddenly, what seemed confusing becomes clear. In this relationship, you discover a space where you can grow boundlessly, where the other is not just a companion, but a mirror showing what you've integrated and what still awaits healing. It is in this honest reflection that the challenge gains meaning, for transformative love does not avoid shadows. It illuminates them. Meeting someone destined for you is not a promise of perpetual happiness or a conflict-free fairy tale. It is an invitation to face what you had not yet wanted to see. It may feel uncomfortable, even painful, but it is only through integrating what was once fragmented that you can live a life aligned with your essence. Jung reminded us that life's purpose is not to flee discomfort, but to learn to embrace it. The person destined for you arrives to walk beside you through this process, not to save you, but to remind you that you can save yourself. In doing so, you discover a love independent of external conditions, rooted in deep connection with who you truly are. This process of confronting our shadows is not limited to relationships with significant others. It is an invitation to examine every bond that has shaped our lives. Sometimes we realize we've held on to relationships that stifled our growth and silenced our authenticity. Relationships that, though seemingly destined, failed to align with our truth. As Carl Jung noted, this is not chance. The unconscious, through our deepest emotions and reactions, speaks to us and guides us toward what we need to transform. When someone truly destined for you appears, you sense it in the core of your being. It is not a fleeting emotion, but a connection that compels you to question everything you once assumed as certain. If overwhelmed by intense emotions, discomfort, or doubt, it is not because something is wrong. It is your unconscious inviting you to look closely, to not ignore what silently seeks understanding. Jung affirmed that the unconscious does not fear exposing us to darkness. In fact, it is in these hidden corners that the keys to our growth lie. It does not ask us to avoid darkness, but to face it courageously, so we may find the light awaiting beyond our resistance. When a connection is authentic and deep, vulnerability is natural. In that vulnerability lies the greatest act of courage, showing oneself as they are. For Jung, vulnerability was not weakness, but the gateway to authenticity. Only those who allow themselves to be seen without defenses can form sincere, lasting bonds. Those truly destined for us are not those who fit an ideal image of perfection. They are the ones who challenge us, push us out of our comfort zones, and help us reclaim parts of ourselves we thought lost. These encounters demand neither that we change nor hide our shadows. Instead, they allow us to show ourselves wholly, unafraid of judgment. For in these relationships, we find acceptance as we are. When this connection occurs, a dynamic emerges where both accompany each other on the path to personal fulfillment. It is not merely about sharing life, but supporting one another in becoming who each is called to be. It is a subtle dance where every step taken together becomes a revelation of one's own purpose. Such a relationship is neither common nor easy to find, but when it arrives, it transforms both lives profoundly. Along your journey, you will meet people who teach you, push you to grow, and make you question yourself. But you will also cross paths with those who lead you astray, drain you, or cause you to lose yourself. Distinguishing between them is not always obvious. This is why Jung emphasized the importance of self-knowledge. Only when you recognize yourself wholly, when you stop living under imposed expectations and align with your inner truth, can you clearly perceive what is genuine and what is not. This process of self-discovery is essential, and when that destined person arrives, they become a catalyst for it. Their presence compels you to rediscover what you truly desire, need, and what brings you joy. This is not a relationship promising eternal happiness or freedom from conflict. It is one that teaches you to live authentically, integrating both light and shadow. Jung showed us that life is a continuous process of transformation. When destiny places someone in your path to accompany this evolution, that encounter marks the beginning of a journey toward deeper self-understanding. It is not the end of the search, but the start of a path where every experience connects you with your essence and allows you to remain true to who you are. You may now find yourself in uncertainty, perhaps in a relationship you don't fully understand, or seeking something yet to arrive. Whatever your situation, the invitation is to look inward, to listen to that quiet yet firm voice within. For as Jung taught, the unconscious speaks through feelings, intuitions, and people who arrive at precise moments. When that person destined for you appears, you will know. It will be a silent yet profound recognition. You will need no external certainties or guarantees, only the serene conviction that you are on the right path. Then you will understand that this journey toward the true self, though filled with challenges and lessons, is also one of deep connection, authenticity, and fulfillment. If you ever clearly sense that something or someone is destined to be part of your life, do not fear following that intuition. There is a silent language born from the depths of your being, a call transcending reason that, when heeded, has the power to transform everything around you. When aligned with this inner truth, the universe responds in ways that once seemed impossible. The pieces that once appeared scattered begin to fit, and life gains a meaning that once felt unattainable. Meeting someone destined to walk with you awakens something ancient and essential within. It may feel as if every experience, every moment lived until then, was preparation for this encounter. It is not mere coincidence, but a revelation. However, like all profound truths, this connection is not always clear or simple. It is a process, a path marked by doubt, uncertainty, and sometimes pain, but also by growth, healing, and transformation. Carl Jung taught that human relationships reflect our own psyche. The dynamics we experience with others do not arise by chance. They are mirrors revealing aspects of ourselves we have often denied or avoided. When a person destined for you appears, they commonly awaken intense emotions and deep contradictions within. You may feel your insecurities, fears, or long postponed dreams resurface. Though these moments may be uncomfortable, they offer a unique opportunity to discover who you truly are, beyond imposed expectations or self-imposed limitations. A relationship with someone truly significant is not just a space to love another, but an invitation to learn to love yourself. These people enter your life to reflect what you have yet to integrate, what still awaits healing. They mirror your shadow, the part of the psyche containing all we've rejected or hidden. As Jung explained, the real work lies not in rejecting these shadows, but in embracing them as part of our wholeness. Only then can we live from real and profound authenticity. Through this process, you Realize that the essence is not merely finding the right person, but becoming that person yourself. This means recognizing that relationships should not be burdens or battlegrounds where you feel diminished or incomplete. True connection is a space where you can exist without masks or defenses, free to explore the depths of your own being. In that freedom, the relationship becomes a reflection of your truth. Jung reminded us that living authentically does not mean walking a perfect path, but an honest one, choosing to be faithful to who you are, even if it means letting go of what no longer serves you. In releasing the past, you discover that love is not something desperately sought externally, but something cultivated from within. Authentic relationships nurture you, reflecting self-love rather than your lacks. True love does not fill voids, it shares fullness. Through deep connection with another, you experience authenticity in its purest form. It is a bond allowing mutual growth, without demands for forced transformation, a shared journey of exploration, where each discovers new dimensions of themselves. Though the path is neither rigid nor predictable, it adapts to both partners' needs. The relationship evolves, as do the humans within it, yet its essence remains rooted in authenticity and respect for individuality. Relationships that truly matter are not those promising constant happiness, but those offering space to evolve. They are bonds teaching you to grow, learn, and maintain the integrity of who you are. Love, in this context, becomes a powerful tool of transformation. It unites two people and connects each to their most authentic self, a self perhaps forgotten or postponed. It is crucial to remember these connections do not arrive when consciously or impatiently sought. They emerge when we are ready to receive them, when we've done the deep work of integrating all aspects of ourselves, light and shadow. Jung spoke of the importance of this integration, the courage to embrace what we like and dislike about ourselves. Only when we are whole in our essence does the universe present those destined to walk beside us. Ultimately, true connection is not a prize or final destination. It is a starting point, a call to live authentically, honor our personal journey, and share it with those who resonate with our truth. As we advance on the path of authenticity, our inner energy begins to transform. It is then, in this state of coherence and truth with oneself, that the right people start to arrive. The universe responds to this vibration, or as Jung termed it, the collective unconscious. This shared field of consciousness aligns with the internal frequency each emits, attracting those who resonate with our most genuine state. When in tune with our essence, the relationships that arrive reflect this same integrity. However, it is vital to understand that those destined to accompany us do not appear as miraculous solutions to our wounds or voids. They are not here to fill gaps or resolve insecurities. Rather, they arrive as mirrors, silent guides inviting us to explore what we truly need to heal, mature, and understand ourselves at a deeper level. True connection does not lie in seeking someone to complete us, but in finding someone to whom we can offer our wholeness, without fear, reservation, or masks. Meeting someone destined for you is not a simple path. It is a process requiring courage and openness. There will be moments of doubt and uncertainty when you question whether your path is correct. But Jung taught that doubt is not an obstacle. It is essential to transformation. It is in questioning and uncertainty that consciousness awakens and expands. The true power of an authentic relationship lies in both parties' ability to choose mutual growth, learn through challenges, and hold each other even in adversity. Genuine love is not merely a feeling experienced in comfort. It is a constant act built, inhabited, and lived daily. This is the magic Jung spoke of, a love that transforms not only the relationship, but you. It reveals dimensions of your being you never knew existed. When someone is destined for you, the connection transcends the external plane. It is a profound, intimate experience, a call to reconnect with the essence of your being, an invitation to embrace yourself fully and live from inner integrity. This path will not always be easy, but it is the only one leading to an authentic, fulfilling, and meaningful life. Along this relational journey, you realize you're not just finding that person, you are reuniting with yourself. In this reunion, peace arises, and authenticity becomes a natural state of being. Here, your life's purpose is revealed with clarity. Connections truly destined for you not only allow you to grow alongside another, but offer the chance to flourish as an individual, to fully realize yourself and live in wholeness. This journey, though challenging, is the path to true transformation, a life where every experience has meaning and every relationship is an extension of your authenticity. You come to understand that love is not merely a fleeting emotion, but a profound process of self-discovery, healing, and expansion. It is life's greatest gift, the possibility of recognizing yourself as you are, without fear, barriers, or conditioning. Today, I invite you to reflect on these words. Ask yourself honestly, what aspects of yourself have you denied? What relationships have you maintained that no longer allow you to grow? What possibilities would open if you chose to live authentically and trust the universe to guide you toward what truly belongs to you? It is time to take that step, to open yourself to new experiences and let your inner truth chart your life's course. Change begins with you. By taking that first step, you create space for those who resonate with your vibration to arrive naturally, those destined to accompany your process, evolution, and expansion. If these words have resonated with you, if you've recognized yourself in this message, I invite you to continue this journey with us. Subscribe to the channel to keep exploring themes connecting us with our deepest essence. Turn on notifications to receive every new piece of content we prepare with care. For every reflection and word shared here could be the start of significant change in your life. If this message has touched something within you, give us a like. It's a simple, yet powerful way to support this space and help us reach more people like you seeking a more authentic, conscious life. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how these words made you feel, where you are in your journey, and what you've discovered about yourself. Your experience could be the light others need. Thank you for being here. Remember, true change begins with you. We'll meet again in the next encounter.